canned food drive. I mean, people are just this has brought out the best in many people here this past week. Another squib kick from Washington and picked up by Sargent just around the 20-yard line, and he knows what to do with the football when he picks it up. Now across the 40, out near midfield, and he's finally forced out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. The squib kick to Sam Sargent has not really worked very well for Washington here. That's the second time we've seen him run wild with it.
Yeah, he's a starting tailback. He's the speed guy. He's the fast guy. I would make at all costs. I would avoid squibbing the ball his way. I mean, you're putting the ball in the hands of a playmaker in the open field and allowing him to really kind of cut loose, find a lane, and utilize his speed in order to gain yardage.
And we'll get back to football here in just a second, but we hit on this a little bit earlier, and Darryl Crouch told his team, you mentioned this, Darryl Crouch told his Washington team, don't feel guilty this week because this cleanup is going to go on for 6 months, the next year. There's a lot of opportunities for you guys to help. Go do this. Go do this. Enjoy it because your community wants you to do it. And they're getting a little bit of an escape here today. It's not healing anybody, but it's helping these kids. It's giving these kids a little sense of normalcy in the worst thing to ever happen in their life this month. I mean, they went back to football, and I saw Colton Marshall crying before practice Tuesday. He was that broken up. He said once practice started, it was just football.
False start on the offense.
It's a testament.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
These guys, the kids that played for Washington High School, that they actually thought, I think that they did feel guilty that we shouldn't play this game. We should be here to help support our community. And so, it took, the head coach and the community kind of pulling together to kind of persuade them, like, we need this. This is an inspiration. This is a good thing for the community.
Turner dropped the ball, but he was apparently behind the line of scrimmage. And considered a lateral pass. I don't know. They're going to talk about it now, it looks like. There's Turner is down and slow to get up. It looked like the officials were kind of talking, are we sure that was a lateral pass? Because it did hit the ground.
It did, and it I couldn't really see the angle of whether it was a lateral pass or a forward pass. I would have thought that the whistle would have blown it dead if it was forward, but we didn't hear a whistle, and they continued to advance the ball downfield.
Looks like they're bringing him back.
And Turner's still down. It appears that he's kind of grabbing his ribs. I'm sure if he took a shot maybe from other Washington players when they kind of swarmed into the tackle.
Pass. Second down.
And if you're Ken Leonard on that sideline, there's no whistle.
Right. I mean,
it sure looked like a complete. It's.
We're up in a box, and then the wind is a factor. But
you can see their point, though.
It also didn't appear that any of the players, heard a whistle because they were still they were still playing aggressively. They were still playing fast.
So it'll be 2nd and 15. There's a look at the numbers for Gabe Green. His completion percentage a little lower than what he's used to. 76% on the season, so that's a little low. Maybe the wind being a factor in some of that, but you can't argue with the 2 touchdowns.
Well, he's a great player. He is the key to this offense. He is what makes the entire thing go. He's only a junior. He has another year to develop, under this system and prepare for the next level. And actually what he does...
Fakes it and takes off with it, and a flag on the play.
I mean, his ability to run the football is really kind of what separates him from just your normal pocket passer.
This one may come back. That's a face mask against Sacred Heart Griffin. You don't see that a lot. Face mask on the offense. Now, we talked in the break about the Bears support for Washington. Well, Gabe Green's had a run-in with the Bears, too. He was their high school all-star for Week 8 when he threw for 420 yards and 6 touchdowns against Chatham Glenwood.
He's such a special player, and I think that Griffin utilizes him in the perfect way. I mean, he's so talented actually running the football that you could run the read option, or you could run the zone read all day long with him. But he's clearly your star quarterback. He's also what you need in order to throw the pass downfield, deliver the long ball, and get the ball to your playmakers on the outside. That it maybe wouldn't be the most efficient system to risk running him, play in and play out. But he has that ability. Whenever it's crunch time, and if the game is ever close, he'll keep the ball more in his hands, and you'll see his ability to make people miss.
2nd and 30. Green rolling left, another flag. The ball is complete to...
Another flag.
I have a number 99 on my roster, so we'll have to see who that is. It was a complete pass, but it's coming back anyway because it's holding against Sacred Heart Griffin.
Maybe some holding on the left tackle.
Dylan Foster, no, that's not right. Nolan Aaron was the receiver there.
You see on the outside left, he's got a hold of the jersey. Anytime that a referee can see that separation where the jersey is within the hand, they're going to call a holding flag every time. So Griffin's really hurt themselves on this drive now with the face mask penalty, with the holding penalty.
What's the yardage on penalties on this drive? Oh, it's pretty significant.
We're looking at second, a very, very long ways to go.
You don't see that very often, do you?
Second. I've never seen that. 2nd and 49. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
2nd and 40. I guess they went back another 10 yards.
That ball is complete. Might have been better if he dropped it. Dylan Londrigan with his first catch of the game.
That's a distance penalty.
Ever seen a 2nd and 49?
I have never seen a 2nd and 49, but I can say that if there is a team in high school football that has the ability to convert a 2nd and 49, it is Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin. I mean, I'm not sure how they'll play this. They're backed up so far. Third and 52, and that's definitely a first for me.
Where did this drive start? Does anybody remember? This might be a bad snap. Green gets rid of it, and the ball's on the ground, but they'll say he's whistled down. It was Sam Sargent with the reception. Everything has gone from bad to worse for the Sacred Heart Griffin offense here on this drive in the 3rd quarter.
And the wind must be playing a factor here. It must be louder to the players on the field because, as you can tell, there's kind of utter confusion. I mean, it wasn't just the Sacred Heart Griffin guys that didn't play, once the ball was snapped. It was also Washington's defense. It's like neither team was really ready for the ball to go.
I believe this is the first punt of the game for Sacred Heart Griffin.
And the first time that I've ever seen a 4th and 55.
Second. Yeah, 4th and 55. Rao punting into that wind, and Washington's just going to let it go. There's no reason to get anywhere near that. Well, we saw this early in the game. Sacred Heart Griffin started their first 2 drives in Washington territory. It'll be great field position here for the Panthers. A short